again, this is Stealth. I'm still working to remain anonymous in these videos, and well, I came up with a way to do it without blurring out the screen and be actually on camera. Currently, I have a handy cameraman on my iPhone, Night, and yesterday I said something about in the blog about how you could make your own knife out of flint. Well, the other way to make a knife is to find a damn piece of metal. This isn't, well, a truck spring, pretty much. I've made a sword out of one of these before. It's kind of thick for what we're going to use it for, but can be ground down. The only thing you have to worry about while you're grinding, cutting, not let it get too hot or else it ruins the temper. I'm going to make about a 9-inch knife, handle and all, and we'll cut back through stages. First I'm going to do is cut the 2 knives to length, because I'm making one for me, one for Night. And yeah, cut. Alright, we're back, and haven't really done anything yet. I just changed the blade on the grinder to the cutting blade. I got a cutting and a grinding blade for it. Next, safety glasses, gloves, and yeah, that general mess. Don't want to hurt yourself while you're doing this crap. After we honed down the blade a little bit with the hand grinder, we got this grinder right here to form more blade, and over here we got a general, mostly working whetstone. Can hone down the blade more. But first we still got to cut the damn thing. Cut. Are you recording?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, why I'm using such a thick cutting blade, you know you have to measure over for it, because if you buy little thin ones like this, well, then you ain't going to have much of a cutting blade very quickly. So, I always buy a thick cutting blade, and even that's going very fast through metal. And don't use your cutting blade for grinding. Always buy a thicker grinding blade, which this one started out a couple inches thicker than what it was. It's just I've already made a sword before, and I do know what I'm doing. And honestly, most of this covering on me is quite helpful, because the sparks that are coming up are hitting me in the hair, hitting me in the face, hitting me on the arms. So you want to be covered. Good to do this during the winter. Step back. And there we have a start of one knife. Now you gotta cut another if you want to make another. Alright, well, we have the pieces cut. There are 2. I did measure them, believe it or not. About 9 inches long, roundabouts. And after that, I'm going to make them quite a bit thinner than what they are right now. Right now, they'd be great for pounding through a tree, splitting a log, but slightly too thick for a knife for me. It'd be way too heavy to carry. And yeah, finally take off the gloves. Be careful of what you have in your surroundings. You got lots of metal shavings, I wore gloves and long coat, and still I had stuff going down my back of my shirt and down the front of my shirt. Burns. I didn't really go over, be aware of what's around you, what could catch fire, but yeah, I've done this before. Don't do this if you don't know how. And I have to go to work, so it'll be dark when we're working on the next bit. Okay, we're back after me doing 2.5 hours of being at work. We're going to have to cut down this a little bit, so I still have the cutting blade on the grinder. Got Knights still sitting here unused. And what I'm planning on doing is just a simple straight back. I'm not going to curve the blade at all. Not, going to do anything fancy. No, Japanese style blade. Just attempting to keep it simple. And I'm also going to thin out the entire thing, but I'm going to leave the handle thick. So I'm going to be grinding away a lot when I get to the grinding blade. Going to be a pain in the butt. Okay. Well, now you see pretty much the size of the blade. Actually, I had to stop and go at it with a hacksaw. I was going to say that you can do this all with a hacksaw. You just tire yourself out a lot faster. But I had to do it because my tool was very hot and smoking. And it still is smoking. So have to let that cool a little bit. And might try to go at the handle a little bit with the hacksaw since I have room. That's why I cut it in half, so because if you're doing a hacksaw, then of course you can only go get in so far. So like if I went this way, I'd only be able to go that far to the handle. So at least I gave myself an option to use this. And that's how you start. And you have to finish with the grinder, but I don't just have that grinder to bevel an edge. I got this one over here I can bevel an edge with too. And that's a two-sided plug-in grinder. So, not handheld. Kind of harder on that one though. Alrighty then, we're back. And now have resorted to hacksaws. I have Knight over there working on his, since I now have the camera. And here's mine currently. We're still letting this cool off a little bit because it's actually still hot to the touch. And Knight, I can't hear. I don't know if they can. Yeah, he's working on the handle part, just so he wants a really freaking thick handle. But yeah, we're doing this old school style since the grinder
died.
Yeah, died. Go with that. Check back in a little while. Oh, this is getting fun, isn't it? So far, what we've done, we've gotten both of them to the general shape of a drop point knife. And you can see mine still has a lot of work. Technically, so does Knight's. You see his. And I'll let him do his himself, but after it cools down a little bit, we just finished his, or he just finished his. And now I've taken off the cutting blade, put on the grinding blade. Might need another one of those by the end of this. And going to take the paint off of even the back and the bottom, but go very finely on the bottom because I want to keep the handle the thickness that it's at. Now I'm just going to put wood over it, and, make the handle out like that and drill 2 holes in it and such. I'm going to round off the bottom. I'm not going to leave it square like it is. And I was just going to do that with the grinding and take the paint off. Try to take the paint off everywhere, really. And then go down with it. And, yeah. Take it off. Alright, right now it's really hot, so I'm glad I'm wearing really thick gloves. But, took all the paint off. When you're using, right now I have it to a sheen, which, to the handle, this is how it's going to stay. And, take a good grip of it, and you can see that, from here up is going to start being the knife. And then, leaving the handle really, really thick. That's going to give it a really, really strong blade. Going to give it really strong to use it as a mini hatchet if needed. And so you can take it, hammer it with a stick, split wood with it. That's the goal, to be able to finally tune it enough to be able to whittle easily with it, but yet be able to have it rugged enough where you can shove it into a tree and then stand on the damn thing.